Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of voice of radio, so today I am going to come with a tweet that is going to make my good friend, the lovely Primal Lugia, very, very mad. Wait, no, this isn't a tweet, it's a video. But I was reading Primal Lugia's tweets at the time and I got distracted. You see, Primal Lugia is not a fan of videos looking at pull rates, and I see exactly where he's coming from, and I agree to an extent. But what we are going to do today is have a look at the pull rates from Lost Origins. So, several things to point out. We're going to be looking at the pull rates that have been put together by the lovely folks over at TCG Player. You know by now, we often use TCG Player in these videos when we're looking at values of particular cards. These pull rates do come from them. They do have that site, infinite.tcgplayer.com/Pokémon, where they do various articles, etc., looking at Pokemon. So do please go and check them out if you feel so inclined. They are the people that put this information together. Shout out to them. But we're not just going to be looking at pull rates here, because as much as we are going to be looking at pull rates and having a gander and analysis and all of that, and that is absolutely part of what we're doing in this video is also going to seek to be a bit of a discussion about pull rates generally. So let's start off with the big question: what about those special art cards, the alternate art cards, call them what you will? Because according to TCG Player, you will end up getting a Galarian Berserker V in 1 in every 1080 packs, a Rotom in every 864, a Giratina in every 720, and an Aerodactyl in every 665th pack. Now this is interesting. I did a video the other day about Aerodactyl, where I specifically looked at why it was going to be so gosh darned expensive. And I wasn't actually aware of this when I made the video, but several people have pointed it out to me since, so I should at least mention it. Turns out one of the things that happened was that Pokerev went and did an opening, and in that opening they opened something like 85 boxes and didn't pull one. So apparently everyone then decided that it was crazy super rare, which is not how it works. You see, it is, I would be willing to bet, not even remotely the case that Aerodactyl is so much easier to pull than the others, almost twice as easy as Galarian Berserker. And similarly, after all the hubbub lately about Aerodactyl, I would not be willing to bet it's much harder to pull. Because you see, what we've seen here with Aerodactyl specifically are two different people, Pokerev on the stream and TCG Player here, opening a whole bunch of packs, and one of them decided that Aerodactyl was by far the rarest of the special rares, and the other one decided that Aerodactyl was by far the least rare of the special rares. Do you see where we're going with this, ladies and gentlemen? I would be willing to bet that the pull rates of all four of these special rares, special arts, call them what you will, is exactly the same. Because you see, what happens is that Pokemon take similar cards and they put them onto print sheets. All of the commons are printed on sheets of commons. All of the uncommons are printed on sheets of uncommons, etc., etc. Now, where you've got cards with the same kind of pattern, rainbow rares, etc., they're all printed on the same sheet. Where you've got really exceptional patterns to the cards, you may even see one card get its own print sheet, because it's not economical to try and print other cards on the same sheet. But the point is, over in factories, what Pokemon is doing is they are printing up these cards, and they're printing a roughly even amount. Now, I've had several people go, oh, how do you know? And the answer is, I taught business for several years. The easiest way to do it is just to print the same amount of everything. And to try and manipulate it so one is randomly rarer than the others, they would have to make a specific point to do this, which would take time and money, and there's no benefit for Pokemon. And I know some people go, wow, there is a benefit, Wassy. If you make the Giratina super duper hyper rare, people have to buy more packs of Lost Origin in order to pull it. And on the one hand, yes. And on the other hand, that's not Pokemon's market. Pokemon don't make all their money off nerds like me that buy obsessively. They make most of their money off of kids buying occasional packs, who aren't just going to keep buying until the pull card they want. It's not going to happen. So there's no real benefit to doing it, and it takes a lot of time and money. Also, the Pokemon company is kind of rare in that it is a company that has one brand. If you look at someone like Marvel, they've got all their different superheroes. They shelved Fantastic Four for a couple of years to spite Fox and carried on with all their other superheroes. Pokemon don't have that. Pokemon have Pokemon. It's the only brand that they have. So they have to be more careful than almost any other company. And they are the biggest, and I mean this without exception, they are the biggest entertainment franchise in the entire world. They cannot afford a scandal of Pokemon deliberately making sought-after cards hard to pull. And when you put all those factors together, which I know I put forward very quickly, you have to arrive at the actual point, which is you are going to get one of those special arts in something like 1 in every 900 packs-ish. That's really what we're looking at here. And the 4 of them are going to have basically the exact same pull rate. Again, we have seen over the past couple of days 2 groups of people who have basically gone and opened a ridiculous amount of packs. One of them decided Aerodactyl was by far the hardest of the special arts to pull, and one of them decided that Aerodactyl was by far the easiest of the special arts to pull, and that should tell you everything you need to know about trying to take these pull rates. If you want to know the true pull rates, you need to open a ridiculous amount of packs. When you figure out that the special arts are something like 1 in 900 packs-ish, as a very, very rough guide, then that means that they are 1 in 25 boxes. And if the special arts are 1 in 25 boxes, which is a very, very rough guess based on the data we've seen here, even if they're 1 in 20 boxes, even if they're 1 in 15 boxes, and there's 4 of them out there, you have got to open up a lot of packs, a huge amount of packs, to try and get a true pull rate of them all. There we go. That's my special art rant. In terms of the gold Pikachu, I told you the pull rates for these gold cards are way higher than the rest. The gold Pikachu is apparently coming out 1 in every 234 packs. I have not pulled a single V-Star from this set yet, but somehow I've pulled 2 of these gold Pikas. They started off as $50 cards, and as I showed you, they are just crashing, ladies and gentlemen. They are absolutely crashing. According to TCG Player at the moment, as I record this video, it is a sub $15 card, and it's probably going to keep going down until it's about a $10 card. It's never been that rare, but it's still extremely cool. Now, one thing that is very, very interesting, TCG Player have figured out apparently that the pull rate of the Rainbow Rare Giratina is 1 in 2,134, but the Gold Giratina V-Star is 1 in 720, which I find very interesting. I always thought that the Gold V-Stars had a lower pull rate than the Rainbow Rare V-Stars. If you go on to TCG Player themselves and look at the value, the gold is actually a little bit more valuable. So I'm kind of willing to believe that these are a lot closer, or at least should be a lot closer. Certainly this doesn't seem... I'm willing to bet that the gold version is not actually 3 times as common as the Rainbow Rare version. That just doesn't sit right with me. I don't... Again, it depends on how many you're opening here. Opening 8,000 Lost Origin booster packs, that is a lot of booster packs. But I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. This one doesn't seem quite right to me. I always thought they were much closer. And look, let's be clear. I'm telling you what I've heard, what I understand, and going by the value, the gold is more expensive. But do bear in mind, TCG Player have opened 8,000 packs, and this is just the data of what they opened. I'm just saying that if you're opening 8,000 packs, it is absolutely possible that you could get something where one card which is much rarer actually comes out more commonly, as an example. The other 2 cards they've gone and specifically looked at are the Pikachu V Max Character Super Rare, which is pulled in 1 in 665 packs, and the Pikachu V Character Rare, which comes out every 1 in 508. And we would expect the VMAXs to be a little bit rarer than the Vs, but do bear in mind that your general character rares, the non-Vs and VMAXs, and your gold cards are significantly easier to pull. It is the Vs and VMAXs. In terms of your character rares, they are the ones that are much harder to actually pull from packs. That does need to be borne in mind. Now, in terms of the true hit rate here, apparently you get a gold 1 in every 114 packs, a rainbow rare 1 in 70, a full art trainer 1 in 70, and then you get a VV Max or trainer 1 in 32 trainer gallery packs, and a regular trainer gallery 1 in 12, with a total hit rate of 32%. So 1 in 3 packs should have a trainer gallery, ultra rare, or secret rare. If you've been watching my Lost Origins openings, and I've done a bunch of them, you will know I am not close to that number. Not even close. So, yeah, for me, about 70% of my packs have been non-holo rares. Not even a holo, just non-holo rares. And I have not been seeing that many trainer gallery. But my sample size is hideously low. So what do we learn from this video then? What do we take away? Well, this is still the actual data from 8,000 packs opened, and you can choose to believe as much or as little of it as you like. I don't think the rainbow rare is 3 times rarer than the gold. I'm just putting that out there. I do think this confirms what we already knew about the gold VMAXs being quite easy to pull. Not in Japan, but in English. And I don't believe that these alternate arts are any rarer than each other. There is a chance that we ended up where 2 of them or 1 of them is a little bit rarer because the print sheet held, I don't know, for argument's sake, let's say you can fit 10 on a print sheet, maybe 2 of them get 3 copies per print sheet and 2 of them get 2, as a very simple example. Maybe there's a little bit like that, but I don't think there's anything to suggest quite this level of disparity. So that's what we can see in terms of pull rates, and that's my analysis thereof, but now it's over to you guys. How much of this do you believe? How much of this are you following? What have your pull rates been like in Lost Origin? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts where I tell you about my adventures and answer all your questions. You can join a Discord to chat through some Pokemon stuff with us. And I give shout-outs to people like the lovely Twilord, who is a very lovely person. They interact with me on Twitter all the time. They're a very lovely person. So yeah, thank you for the support. And thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.